Steve, glad to see you again. It's been a long summer, mate. Arsenal beating Newcastle 1-0. What are your thoughts on the game?
Chris, good to see you again, my brother. It's a new season, new things happening. Let us say I was filled with trepidation at the beginning of this game. I have to be honest, I felt that the team that we brought out may not have done it because of the youth and inexperience. But as surprisingly, we did well. Now, I would like to have thought that, they would have tried Louise, people like that with some experience in the midfield. But 1-0 is 1-0, and I think that the important thing is that we are there with the top three.
Yeah, it was a very professional performance, wasn't it?
It was indeed a professional performance. I felt, however, we had opportunities and we still need to tighten up on one or two areas. The midfield today was not as solid as I would have hoped. Now, whether we missed Ferreira, whether David Luiz would have been there, coming back with the new season, it was a bit shaky, but the important thing is we won the game. Goalkeeping, brilliant. The defense, I may criticize, may not criticize, but I thought that all in all, that we deserved to win.
Yeah. The midfield was a bit loose. It's like we didn't come out of first gear.
Well, I thought that we were somewhat, because of Reece Nelson, people, persons who did well throughout that period that before the thing in traveling. But I think it's a question, Chris, of having to gel, having to work with one another, getting to understand that it's okay playing, pre-premiership games when you travel about, because the emphasis is not on winning as much as today.
Yeah.
The fact that we won, I thought, was absolutely stupendous. Now, I do have some issues, and my issues are fundamentally with our midfield. We do need to shore that up. Having said that, I don't think the captaincy should go to Xhaka. I don't think Xhaka, because Xhaka for me, as I said to you last season, and I will continue to say, is a yellow card waiting, but he was much more disciplined today in his performance.
Okay. How would you rate Chambers' performance at centre-back?
Chambers, mediocre. I wouldn't in any way say give it in a score out of 10. I would say with maybe 7 out of 10. I didn't see anything that had me overawed or influenced to the point where I felt like, hey, this is the man that is going to cement this particular position. But he played well.
He played well. I think he did a defender's job.
No, he did a defender's job, but I think, and I'm not going to kind of isolate any one particular individual, in today's performance. It was shaky. We were nervous. We didn't do the things we should have done. We didn't consolidate the game as we should have done within the midfield. And for me, the midfield is where it's got to be. We are not, strong enough in that particular area, Chris. Yeah. We need to do something. Now, one cannot talk about what is happening in strikers, because players like Pepe was not on, Lacazette was not on, Aubameyang was on his own, did well, had a couple of other opportunities, but the end result as it is satisfactory.
How good is it to see us bring on a player of the caliber of Pepe?
Well, Chris, I would say definitely that there's potential. There is certainly potential, and I believe give 2 or 3 games. Once the guys begin to consolidate and begin to understand who should be where. Maitland-Niles also, I may say, had a good game today. Reece Nelson had a good game today, and I would say that the experience he's had in Germany over the last season has certainly served them well. We can see that. So I do believe, yes, today, but what I don't want him to do is to tinker. That is what I don't want. But I would say we played well. The performance was good, and we deserve what we got.
Okay. Where do you think Arsenal can finish this season?
Well, am I going to be biased? Always would say top. But yes, I suppose the realities of life is we're going to have Man City to deal with, we'll have Liverpool to deal with. But as long as we're above Tottenham, and I think we will certainly get within the top 4. Yeah. I don't think yesterday's performance by Tottenham in any way was, it's emblematic of what Tottenham does. They may come out well in the first, but then we know what happens later on. So I hold no fear. And I do believe this season we certainly will not drop as many points as we did last season.